All right. Well, Terry Rozier is caught in a tough situation where he is involved in some way, shape, or form, whether he's innocent or guilty or not, in a gambling ring and some whispers and some tellings and
It's a
some
ring.
this and everything else. So you start wondering what's the thing that's going to happen to Terry Rozier? Can the Heat just cut him? Can they cut ties? Can it be breach of contract? Even better yet, someone asked Ira Winderman of the Sun Sentinel, if Terry Rozier is ruled ineligible by the NBA, can the Heat reclaim that number one first round draft pick owed to the Charlotte Hornets? Which a lot of people are thinking, look, if Terry Rozier is in that much trouble, we can get out of the contract. We can maybe get our first round pick back. Well, Ira Winderman going to break it down for you. His answer: first, it is way too early to jump to any conclusions, particular outcomes that have proven rare in the NBA. Yes, there are rules in place regarding contracts being voided in regards to NBA violations. But again, there are no charges regarding Terry Rozier or any substantiated findings. So to be clear, the Heat are in no way are operating at the moment as if ongoing investigation by federal authorities is going to result in any type of cap, tax, or apron relief from the NBA. This is way too premature, and such federal investigations can linger for weeks, months, or even longer. As for the trade with the Hornets, January 2024, here we go. While deals have been voided for injury or health concerns, as with the rescinding one last season, better the Hornets or the Lakers, there is no after-the-fact precedent for undoing a dealt draft pick. They likely only would come into play if the Hornets had prior knowledge of something being untoward. And the NBA already has conducted its own investigation and did not find anything untoward. All that said, this could prove to be a highly unique situation that could wind up creating its own precedent, or the NBA, having concluded its investigation, could wind up as nothing at all from a league perspective. So no take backsies is basically, without something crazy happening.
No take backsies?
You can't take back that first round pick if you're the Miami Heat, unless for some way it comes out that the Heat had prior knowledge to Terry Rozier in this gambling ring, which there's probably not going to happen with that with the Hornets. So that first round pick, you're not getting it back if you're the Miami Heat, most likely.
You could try, though.
You're going to probably try. And once again, federal investigations, they take their time. They're not worried about a timeline. They're just worried about getting the result that they need to get. So
can they cut him?
As of now,
and not pay him?
As of now, though, Vlad, no. That's what Ira Winderman is saying.
So they can't cut him
because technically,
because he hasn't been charged with anything, or
and the NBA's could reopen the case, but no violations right now. He's not even in trouble with the NBA as far as his employer. He's got no issues. And the feds, once again, as we pointed out, these investigations can go weeks, months, even longer. So as of now, you're the Heat. You have to proceed business as usual with Terry Rozier. And if you were to cut him, you would have to abide by the rules of the league as far as cutting him. So there is no right now clean break from Terry Rozier because the league has said their investigation is concluded. He did nothing wrong. They found no wrongdoing. Therefore, he's not in breach or void of contract. Feds, once again, this is taking time. You cannot go off of that. And as far as the first round pick, it's gone. Once again, precedent has been set that there's no taking back traded off draft picks, but could change with its circumstances, but it's probably not, because that's a weird precedent where you could always trade off picks and want them back, then go to arbitration and try to get a pick back. So that first round pick is pretty much gone, and we're kind of stuck in a holding pattern with Terry Rozier. At least
that's bad, bro.
And, he has not played very well to help himself. It's a tough situation.
It's a nasty situation because you have a player that you don't want anymore, to be quite honest. And everything that's more negative than positive attached with him. So
I want to believe he hasn't done anything bad, but I mean, I want to believe that there was some loose lips around him and maybe not him.
Yo, fam, we read what happened.
And he played a certain amount of minutes that,
you make 30 bets in 48 minutes and they're all unders and all the unders hit. Yeah.
I want to believe that he told maybe.
And I'm sorry, but the other thing is when you do that, then they're going to start wondering what other times you've taken a fall.
Yeah, because now I'm sure they're going back and watching a lot of different games and
Absolutely.
looking at a lot of different betting lines. That's why this is probably
Absolutely.
going to take a little while. My hope would be, and I hate to say, and there was obviously some foul play. I'm not going to try to delude you about that. My hope would be maybe his chef or somebody around him. He told, man, I am really hurt, and the team wants me to play today. I don't think I can make it, but I'll go out there and I'll give it a shot. Maybe play for a little bit and pull myself out of the game. They took that information and ran with it to gamblers. That's my hope, and that's a bad hope to have regardless. But that Terry Rozier, honestly, and the NBA did an investigation and said that they didn't find any wrongdoing. So there gives me that little bit of hope that maybe there was just some loose lips around him. I don't know. I mean, the federal government will get to the bottom of it, I guess, if you want to trust the federal government. I don't want to get into that. It's just right now, if you're the Miami Heat,
You need Diddy lawyers.
you're not getting your draft pick back. And
Oh no, you're not getting. Come on, man, you're not getting that.
no, and then, like you said, the Hornets.
But I guarantee you, they wanted that. Well, if they could get that first round pick back, they would start calling Milwaukee immediately.
They wouldn't mind a buyout and getting the first round pick back.
What do you mean buyout? They would buy out Malik?
No, I'd say like the Heat probably wouldn't mind buying out Terry Rozier if they could get the first
Right,
round pick back,
right.
instead of not getting the first round pick back and being able to just cut Terry Rozier.
Let me ask you this: who do you think is going to get a contract first? Well, Terry's still on the contract, right?
If they were both available,
But if they were both available, who do you think, Malik or Terry?
Malik Beasley. Got to. The numbers don't lie.
Well, for him it does, because he owes a lot of people money.
Oh well.
Or you owe your barber money,
and didn't you owe his dentist money? How do you owe your dentist money? Like, I don't know, man. He's like, oh, is that a cabinet? You know, oh, you want to make a bet about a game tonight? What? I mean, honestly, in this league, numbers are numbers. People will take a risk on a guy or a girl because of numbers in WNBA, whatever league. It's just, but Malik Beasley, that cost him a lot of money, not only because he lost a lot of bets apparently, but he was in line to sign a $45 million contract. That's just, it boggles my mind how you could, I understand you want to be human and you want to live your life and you have the right to live a normal life, but at the same time, territory, it comes with the territory. Like, I mean, that's your job. And if you don't like a job where you can get in trouble for gambling, then you go find another job. But I love basketball. Well, I mean, what do you love more? And I'm breaking it down in a very simple term.
Yeah, it's like, what do you want? What do you love more?
What do you love more?
What do you love more?
If you love staying out at strip clubs all night, maybe you should become a manager of a strip club.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not saying it. But if you have a basketball job or some other job that probably you shouldn't be out all night, maybe not. James Harden, we'll see how he does with all this stuff.
It's messed up.
I'm trying to think of other fields. I don't want to get into too sticky of a situation, but certain jobs call for, like, if you're working at a daycare, you shouldn't probably show up reeking of booze or some other substance. Like, it's one of those things.
You might need it for those kids.
Well, you probably would need it afterwards, but maybe during too. But I'm just saying, like, there are things that I don't do because it just doesn't come with the territory. But nonetheless, somebody else asked Ira, it seems as though the gambling investigation has significantly affected Terry Rozier's play since coming to the Heat. Ira does say many factors could potentially have affected him in regards to Terry Rozier's struggles beyond an investigation. Of course, there was that neck issue that ended his 2023-2024 season. Mm-hmm. The Heat attempted to change his shot profile with more catch and shoot attempts advocated, and there was a constant changing role as Eric Spoelstra cycled through backcourt combinations. Now, with the Heat having re-signed Davion Mitchell and having drafted a guard in Kasper Siakouchonis, it'll be interesting to see what, if any, is left for Terry Rozier. I think we're all thinking Terry's not going to play very much this year, but his role in this team, I have no idea, Vlad. I have no idea. I mean, he barely played last year.
Yo, fam, when I'm just listening to you break this down, reading what Ira had wrote, and I'm thinking about this Heat team from last season, I'm like, their minds were not cleared to fully focus on a season.
It was a bad year last year.
Just everybody had a lot of just BS that they had to deal with. And I'm wondering, after that year, see, I don't want to say it's a season loss,
it is.
but
it is. But From the coach,
I just want. Well, that's where I was getting at.
We start from the top. All
coach
the way
was
down.
going. Coach had things he had to
Personal
deal
life.
with. Personal. Now, after a year, I would assume, hopefully, that things are a little clearer. Things are a little better. He's able to manifest through this journey a little bit better. So now, if your coach has clear mind, and then the players should also have clear mind because they'll know what their roles are. If it's because when you reading me, Terry doesn't know if he's a catch and shoot three. That's not really his game.
They're kind of changing his shot profiles
because his game is really ISO 1-on-1, get to the lane, stuff like that. If he's open, he'll hit a three. If he's really hot, he'll start shooting. If not, that's not his game. But Terry had problems. Now that might have been self-inflicted with the federales. Jaime had problems. Nobody know what happened to Jaime last year. Nico has problems. Nico's getting hurt, but when he does get hurt, but when he starts playing well, he doesn't know if he's going to stay in the lineup much longer or not. Kel'el didn't know what was going on. He didn't know if he was going to Sioux Falls or South Beach every other day. Hopefully in this 25-26 season, roles are defined.
Yeah. And you throw in Jimmy Butler's situation where that was up and down and all over the place. Bam Adebayo, his first year as a captain, hard enough, much less having to navigate all this going on. Terry Rozier, like you said, Jaime Jaquez Jr., all over the place. All over the place. Then you get the trade. Then you bring in new people like Andrew Wiggins. They're trying to figure out their role. You're trying to figure out your new role with the team. It was just a disjointed year. That's why you had the record you had. The only person that seemed to kind of rise above it was Tyler Hero, who basically got his marching orders of stay in your lane, focus, do what I say, and everything will be all right. He was able to be more focused than anyone else and have an all-star season. But other than that, yeah, well, it was a season lost. Call it what you want to call it. From the top to the bottom, everything, almost like Murphy's Law, everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong.
Yeah,
it did. It did. Yeah, Kel'el Ware never really knew his role with the team until
not fan. I was upset. He had a 1 month. He had a 1 month span where he was really balling and was the favorite for Rookie of the Year, and then it was as if, oh, you're getting too popular. Send your ass back down,
man. So now we're in a holding period with Terry Rozier, although I don't think he's going to be a major contributor to this team. It just seems like what happened last year could pretty much spill into this year. We'll see how these roles do get defined, but hopefully not another season lost for the Miami